Baggedmilk.
Good morning.
It was a good game last night.
It was. The Oilers playing well. Home ice locked up. Playoff spot locked up. Now just two meaningless games left to play out the stretch.
Do we have any idea of what night next week they start the Kings series?
It looks like it could be Tuesday.
Okay. Perfect for Jimmy's new feature. What's it called? Trash Tuesdays?
Getting tanked on Tuesday?
Tanked Tuesday.
Oh, tanked Tuesday.
Perfect. Now there's a hockey.
And what was Thursdays?
It was Thirsty Thursday.
Okay. Yeah. I like the idea
Wasted Wednesdays.
that everyone thought that, he's just not going to drink on Thursday.
Every day is Thirsty Thursday in the playoffs. You know?
All right. Baggedmilk, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why this team looks so much more poised under Woodcroft than they did with past coaches?
That's a good question. I do think tactically on the ice, Woodcroft has them playing a more exciting style of hockey. Even last night, I mean, right before we started recording, I was talking about last night in the third period, instead of sitting back and just running out the clock and trying to lock in a win as they probably would have under Dave Tippett, the boys were pushing for more offense and they weren't done. And it's just, they're playing an exciting style of hockey right now. Everybody seems to be into the fight. They're all joining into piles together. They're all getting into little scraps and scrums together. And they just look like they're gelling at the right time. They look like they're having fun for once. And for big stretches of this season, the Oilers did not look like they were having fun. I'll tell you one thing, I didn't have very much fun watching them for a couple of months of this season. So to have them turn this around, go into the playoffs, peaking at the right time, it's been a lot of fun to watch. It's been exciting.
I saw a lot of tweets last night, people saying like, hey, remember that point in the season this season when people were throwing their jerseys on the ice?
Yeah. There were some jerseys hitting the ice with frequency there for a while. I mean, the month of December and January were pretty horrible for this hockey team. They had that 2-13 stretch for a while. And then, Woodcroft came in and he really has done a good job turning the ship around.
I've got a situation now where for whatever reason over the last couple of years, I've met and I'm friends with a lot more Leaf fans. And I've been complaining about this ongoing conversation about mouth Merkin Matthews and waving the Hart around, right? Like, and listen, don't get me wrong, the Leafs are an exciting team this year as well, and they've turned a corner. They have similar flaws that the Oilers do, like defense and goaltending, but they're a fun team to watch. Matthews can put the puck in the net. That's never been a question. He got his 60th last night, but I am just shocked that they think that it's a wrap, that the Hart, McDavid has 122 points. He's going to finish the season with 20 more points than Matthews.
It's interesting because Connor McDavid is putting on one of the best seasons since, the 2005 lockout, one of the best seasons the NHL has seen. And it's just like his name has been forgotten in this Hart Trophy talk for some reason, and I don't really understand it. The only thing I could come up with, the only thing I could think of is that he's just won it a bunch of times already and everybody's tired of him. I can't figure it out because, like you said, Locke, 122 points last night. There was a period not that long ago when Jonathan Huberdeau was leading the Art Ross race and Connor's just like, no, not today, Junior. And he's just pulled away. The guy is just
the Art Ross.
Yeah.
He's steamrolling through the NHL right now. He is playing some amazing hockey, but he's getting absolutely no love for it. And I find it really interesting. It doesn't make any sense to me. Even down south, and I hate to say it, Johnny Gaudreau, in my opinion, deserves the Hart Trophy more than Auston Matthews. And that pains me to my core to say it. Because ultimately it should be Connor. It should be Connor that wins it again. But there are players, what I'm getting at is there are players ahead of Matthews, at least on my own list.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The Johnny Hockey one's hard to chew on, but you're not wrong.
Well, listen, if I want to be an accurate blogger as I possibly can on this Wednesday morning radio hit, then I got to.
Yeah.
And I got to tell it like it is. And unfortunately, Johnny Gaudreau's having a hell of a season.
Now, because of how the voting is structured and because of the sort of the overabundance of Toronto-centric reporters, Do you think Matthews wins the Hart because of that?
We'll see. I mean, I honestly, it's anyone's guess at this point. I've been, if we're talking straight dollars, I've been betting against Matthews for the Hart Trophy, but ultimately we're going to see when the votes come out, when everybody's votes are revealed after the awards come out, we're going to see how this goes, because I think it's going to be weird. I think there's going to be weird decisions on that. And I could see Connor finishing like 5th on someone's ballot. Cause like I said, I think they're probably just tired of him or something.
If that happens, that's insane. You need to haul those guys out. You need to haul those donkeys out.
If you were to ask Connor, though, he would say, "There's only one trophy I care about."
Well, of course, right? Even Matthews, right? Although they celebrated like they won the Stanley Cup last night when he scored.
They celebrated like he was the first person to ever score a goal last night. It was wild. It's really been wild, because when he hit 50, it was the exact same thing. It's like, guys, like, this happens. I mean, there's a bunch of 50-goal scores this year. There's a bunch of 100-point scores this year. Like, relax.
Yeah, relax. That's what I put in my tweet this morning to Leaf fans. We should touch on this quickly, and then we'll let you go. We are wrapping up the season with 2 games at home, tomorrow night, San Jose, and then Friday night, Vancouver. How do you think the team handles Draisaitl and McDavid? Do we give them a little bit of a break, or are we going to see sort of typical games that we've seen to close out this season?
That's a good question. We actually looked back at what happened last year, because the Oilers, if you remember, in the All-Canadian, the weird bubble division or whatever you want to call it, the Oilers had their playoffs wrapped up kind of early. So we looked at last year, and both Connor and Leon did play the last couple of games that were meaningless, but their time on ice was drastically reduced. So I'm just going to guess that they're out there. You know, they'll run the power play. They'll take a couple of shifts here and there, but I imagine it'll be an easy minute night for both of those guys. But I would actually be a little bit surprised if they sit both of them or one of them or whatever. I bet they play, just not all that much.
All right. Again, thank you for your time, Baggedmilk. Oilers Nation.
Thank you for the invite.
The Locker Room.
Brought to you by Always Plumbing and Heating.
Weekday mornings on 95.7 Cruise FM.